hardware. Brainstorm the problem. Brainstorm the problem. Brainstorm the problem.
Good morning. It's 11 a.m. June 29th, 2024 on a Saturday. And desktop audio is on. SpeakerBot should be able to be heard. Turn or enable the timed reminders. That's done. And here comes John. I'll bet you it's just gonna be a moment until John Williams is there. He says, somebody says my audio is very low. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed it is. Checking. Let's come over here. Let's see, I'll right click here because OBS shows fine. Now it's got headphones, that's microphone, that volume's all the way up. And microphone and OBS is all the way up. So what is missing? What is missing? What is missing? Then I bounce into the yellow when I yell at you. Something's wrong.
John Williams said hello.
Hello, John. I heard your SpeakerBot. Let's see. Advanced. How about mixer for... Why does it want me to sign in? Why do you want me to do that?
Tim Tech Wiz said, hey, DougBetts, glad your leave, bud.
Hello, Tim. Pretty sure he meant or said, glad you're live. Yeah, that's what he said. She interpreted that as leave. Glad you're leave.
John Williams said, get my email?
Yes, John, I got your email. Just
Brian Lightfoot said, what's up, Dougie Poo?
Just a couple minutes before showtime. Hey, Brian Lightfoot, what's up? Brian Dyan. I gotta come up with some name, right?
Chris Garrett said, you're such a Doug.
I want to find that place where you can adjust the volume for a specific... Well, no, it's not an app. It's the microphone. Why is it low? Oh, let's try this. Let's see. I'll cover up in OBS. I'll cover up this thing so we don't get mirroring video. Go to advanced audio properties.
John Williams said, show the pic I sent you of my phone.
Oh, you sent a picture. If there was an attachment, I probably didn't look at it. That doesn't even have an audio adjustment. That slider's all the way up. Got the right microphone set. It's definitely too low. This doesn't have the volume setting. The only setting there. What is doing this?
Ran Israel said, is there a physical audio knob on the mic?
There is not. There are no physical control. The only physical control on the mic is a mute button. Let's see. I'm going to pull it out of out of its thingamabob and show it to you, but I'm going to mute the microphone to do that. Okay, I was wrong. There is a dial on here. Right here. Let's see what that does. Oh, it's just it's a momentary switch, meaning I push it one way and it just does a spring-loaded click. and I don't see it doing anything. Oh, I remember that. I think was for headset. If you plug in a headset into that that port. I'm going to mute that again to put it back in. And unmuted, confirmed unmuted.
Ran Israel said it's just the mic. Speaker bot is loud and clear.
Okay, speaker bot is coming through late. Yeah, that makes total sense because the graphic audio indicator in OBS is showing that it's way too quiet. But I don't think there is any other adjustments over here in OBS. So the only other place to do that would be in Windows. Here's volume mixer. Oh, there's the apps. But that's for sound coming out of them. Here's input device.
Ken Stout Live said in the audio mixer, click the 3 dots.
Yeah, I did go there, so I'll go back there again. Here's the 3-dot kebab. Now there's this one and then there's this one. So I didn't go to this one before. Unhide all vertical layout. That's not what that 3-dot menu is supposed to be. I don't think. So this goes into the same place. I could increase it here, but I shouldn't.
Zvi Manor said, reset the mic. Take out from USB and reconnect.
All right. I like that. I'm going to mute it while doing that.
Greg M said, what about undersounds in Windows?
All right. Oh, that did it. That did it. Unplugging USB and plugging it back in. It's bouncing right up into the yellow where it should be. So that did it. Who was our
Yes,
troubleshooting? Our troubleshooting winner for that was Zvi Manor. 250,325 points awarded. Well done. Points are awarded randomly, and they can be redeemed for random prizes as long as you abide by all of the criteria for the award for receiving the prize. And those criteria are never published and never evaluated. So there.
Zvi Manor said I'll take it.
All right. Wow, it's warm in here. Oh, as long as I have that set up to show you OBS, I pointed out a few days back that I had some errors here. Frames missed due to rendering lag. I had huge numbers there. Well, simple fix for that. In Zvi Manor style, the fix for that was exit OBS and relaunch it, because it doesn't survive me putting the computer into sleep mode. When I come out of sleep mode, I think it may consistently be giving me those missed frames. I did add another topic to the list of topics just about a minute before showtime. But since John sent me a photo,
Ken Stout
right?
Live said, hello, Rick Lakes.
Let's see where that is at. Oh, let's pop out chat. That would be easier. I think I know how to do that. And then let's see, he said, show the pic I sent you of my phone. Yeah, that's what I was recollecting that he said, but I don't trust my memory. You all know that. Oh yeah, yeah, there's a picture. He got his new phone. Oh, you know what? I did see the picture. I got to, let's see, I got to show only the picture because that email exposes his email address. And then let's also hit F11 to make that full screen. And here it is.
Ken Stout, Liv said, that is okay. Doug, we don't trust your memory either.
Good. Well, this is a very odd looking phone. I'm going to guess when he turns it on, this whole brown area is the screen, and that screen right now is just displaying a camouflaged image to make you think it's the box that the phone's stored in, but it's actually the phone itself, since he asked me to show the picture of his phone. Kidding. Yeah, he got a new phone, and I'm assuming that the setup was easy. He asked a few days back whether the setup would be easy, and I responded, yeah, it should be easy. Just sign into your account, your Google account. You don't have to Google it. Just sign in. It should bring all your stuff in. I'm not going to bring Zoom on right now because there's nobody worthwhile there. Well, should I prove that by... Oh, it's not even coming on. There's nobody there. There's nobody in Zoom. Rick Lakes,
John
Carl
Williams
J.
said under 30 minutes and done.
Oh, 30 minutes and done for setting up the phone. Yeah, awesome. Rick Lakes, Carl J., John Williams, Brian Lightfoot. I walked into a bookstore and asked the assistant where the self-help section was. She said if she told me it would defeat the purpose. I had a hunch when I got up to here, and I wasn't even reading ahead, that it was going to be along those lines. If you're a self-help person, then go help yourself. Darren Gilholm, CFWW, Brian Lightfoot. There's somebody coming into Zoom. We'll come over to you shortly. Let's see, I'll turn on my audio in Zoom so that they can hear me in Zoom, except that button just there. I have to press it twice. Press it like I mean it. Now the person in Zoom can hear me, but I can't hear you yet. Did you hear about the guy who lost his whole left side? He's all right now. John Williams, Arnold Albert, Rick Lakes is getting a new phone. Ken Stout got the new tin can service. It's wire to wire. Selden Ball, John Williams. Hello to everybody. Ryan Israel. Costanza, the Mage. Bobby Warren, me and Tim are on the phone with Verizon Wireless. Fireless? Yeah, audio, we've gone through that. Selden Ball. Tim gave me a like anyway. Is it because you couldn't hear me? Is that why you liked this show? Speakerbot audio fine. Yeah, I was wondering who that was from. Check your email for something from my channel. I'm going to guess that was a free membership awarded. Brian Lightfoot with the Dougie Poo again. I don't know if he's the one that started that. Is that going to stick? Oh, no. I can also to Ida to check emails, V Minor, pink to all. Do that. Oh boy. So it's just resetting the microphone. Just how many times is it? Just restart, reset, reboot. Welcome to the Computer Whisperer Show. Yeah, it wasn't the mixer. but worthy idea. Yeah, ZV Minora, the winner. See, I could have increased, I could have boosted the microphone in OBS. It's just not the right solution. Troubleshooting diagnostics tool would not have done it. It won't detect that you need to restart. And on that point, I'll make a comment supporting something that Kerry Holzman says often, that like he said recently in his show yesterday, that he doesn't bother or is not interested in one of those speakers that gives the beeps because it will mislead you. And a lot of times error messages and troubleshooting tools will mislead you, but it's a matter of interpreting what they're telling you, and that's where I focus on. But you got to first thing is be skeptical. Skeptical. I'm going to try to skip through these quicker so I can get to Zoom. Stormy Rats still not working. Stormy's working, but when you do random, you're going to get a random selection. Let's see, did I miss somebody's name? Greg Guy, hello. Carl J, hello. Did you see Theo Joe's YouTube video about you're about to see YouTube thumbnails start changing? No, I did not see that. Zoom changed. Oh, I did not like my Zoom experience this morning. Under 30 minutes and done. Oh, setup of the phone. Getting caught up here. Team like Samsung. Ida Rivera, no email found from Ken. That might have come from YouTube rather than from Ken. Yeah, the examples he showed in the video, some of them were not that much of a difference. Was that for testing thumbnails? What's the word for that? They got something testing. Different thumbnail style. Hello, Jim. Okay, Alex, we're about to bring you up on Zoom. Here I am. I'll go change a couple things. You're not being heard yet. I'll go do that piece and turn on. Well, I could have had the video on because it's just showing you what I'm broadcasting. Now I might have an adjustment to make over here because Zoom is not showing up right. So I know that the only thing YouTube is seeing now is me. Let's see, I've got to right click and, well, oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Zoom session over here. I changed the layout of my OBS. So it's a little weird. So I got to change a different window here. I bet it's going to be this one. So I'll click on that. And there, that's showing that it's going to come up right. And click OK there. Then bring that up. Then move Alex to the right side. And the next thing, what I got to do? Do I need Hello, Alex. Can I hear you now?
Hello. I can
Yes.
hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, and YouTube should hear you too. Good good afternoon for you.
Yes. It's afternoon. I'm ashamed to say for the past 2 or 3 days, I haven't gotten up until almost afternoon.
So until almost afternoon, it means you missed my shows, right?
Yes.
Boom. Boom. I know I don't usually do that. Here he comes back. I just had to do you on that. Sorry, you know I'm not a big fan of putting you in the waiting room, but
I know, but I've gotten used to it over on Teams.
Okay, thank you for being a good sport. But no, I'm not going to be doing that a whole lot. All right. Did you have any topics or updates for us?
Not really. I haven't started anything over there at the retirement place yet, as far as any kind of computer lessons or anything. I haven't started anything over there yet. And I saw before we
John
opened Zoom, I
Williams had put
saw
Alex
something
in the
about
waiting room.
you had a Motorola phone. I really like my Motorola phone. To me, Samsungs are like getting an HP computer with all the junk on it, and Motorola's are just a clean version of Android with the Google app. Samsung likes to put in all their own little phone app and contacts app and all that, which I don't like. I'd rather have just the Google stuff.
All right. And just to clarify, it was John Williams that got that phone, not me. Let's let me catch a couple things here. Let's see. So John Williams says, put Alex in the waiting room. Well, how about I do this instead? I'll come over to John Williams and hide user on this channel.
Tim Tech Wiz said, put
just kidding.
Alex in the waiting room?
Go ahead, Alex.
And I have extensively used both Motorola phones and Samsung phones, and I find that every time my mom and dad and our church phone, and my sister and my brother, everybody in the family but me has a Samsung phone basically, and after using a base Android on a Motorola phone for so long, I find that Samsung phones, like in the settings, are a little bit more tricky to navigate because you have to like go through 2 or 3 screens on the Samsung phones to get to the setting, as opposed to like on a Motorola phone or any other Android phone that's just the base Android system, that it's harder to find what you're looking for in the settings menu.
All right.
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna catch a couple of the things here on chat. Brian Lightfoot.
John Williams said, Alex, my old phone was a Samsung. I like the Motorola better.
Yeah, well, now, Alex, when I stop talking, that means there's a speaker bot going. You don't hear that obviously on Zoom. Brian Lightfoot. See, because you haven't read the fine print of my points program, you may not have been aware of this, but the points system has a level that you can redeem a all expense paid trip for 2 to Hawaii, and the threshold for that is 200,000 points, and the person who pays for that is the person who awards the points. So that means Brian Lightfoot gets to pay for a trip for 2 to Hawaii to me. So that's the rules. I didn't create them. Well, yeah, I did. Well, I'm thinking about creating them. Anyway. People talking about their Pixel phones, Moto G. Lana Dro, hello. Nice to see. Nice to have you here. S's aren't working for me, I guess. I don't know. Sansa, my Pixel 6 Pro still holding strong. I'm tempted to go to Apple, though, with my Apple Watch combo. Yeah, I really like my Apple Watch combo with my iPhone. And I got my Apple Watch for free. I inherited it from my dad. I inherited it from my dad. So, go ahead.
That's one bit of technology I've never been into. I've never ever been able to justify a use for me to have any kind of smart watch.
I would not have bought one for myself because I didn't have any use in mind for it that I could think that I wanted. But once I started wearing it, I really use it a lot. A big reason
for me though is because the primary use of a watch is to be able to check the time, and I already have a clock on my joystick on my wheelchair, so I don't really
all right.
have to
All
wear
right.
a watch.
Yeah, well, what I was telling myself is I always check my time on the phone. I always have the phone with me, but with the watch, I find it actually easier because I don't have to pull the phone out of my pocket and wake it up. Well, it usually wakes up just by picking it up, but I also answer the phone. I can talk on the phone through the watch. I have a few apps that I use through the phone. So yeah, I'm through the phone. Yeah. Watch, phone. I think people knew what I meant to say if I said those words in the wrong place. I'm not going to read through all of these. Dick Tracy wrist
Ken Stout
radio
said
phone.
Apple Watches
Looks
are
good.
great for getting distances on the golf course really accurate.
Oh, that watch. How does a watch get the distance? Apple Watches are great for getting distances on the golf course really accurate. So the distance to the hole. How does the watch do that? Andy Windridge. Hello, Andy. Nice to see you. Andy has not been around in live chat very often. I recognize that because he's not
Ken
a
Stout
standard
Live said
moderator
ancient
yet.
Chinese secret.
Let's get to know you a little bit, Andy. Tell us a little bit about you. Have some conversation with us. Perhaps by the end of the show, you'll be a moderator. If you don't talk anymore, then maybe not. Let's see, I got to punch some buttons here, turn off that one. We got 2 columns, 2 rows, and that fits that right. William Dawson there. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
What do you got going today? You got anything to bring to us?
I'm interested maybe that if we go anywhere with that 8 terabyte, 6 terabyte NVMe, sound interesting.
Yeah, I just put that in shortly before the show started, and I did that because I'm watching Kerry Holzman's show from yesterday this morning. Well, maybe listening to it as I'm doing things mostly. But I think it was that show that he made a comment about the spinning drive slows the computer down even when you're not accessing it. And I knew that already, but hadn't really thought through it so much. And there's the thing recently that I showed to you guys on stream when I brought up File Explorer. Took a long time for a particular folder to populate. And I went right away for the spinning drives for those large drives because I have this preconceived notion in my mind that might not be so true anymore, that the large drives are a lot less expensive when you get up to that 6 and 8 terabyte size. And that may still be the case. I don't know. So that's why I put that in there.
It's just the access time is faster on the solid states.
Well, obviously, and that's obvious, but theoretically, that drive holds long-term content that I don't really care about fast access to. But if it's slowing the computer down for everything, which I have heard that before, never really tested it, then depending upon what the price difference is, I might be talked into going with NVMe. So, and offhand, I think there's at least 1, maybe 2 other NVMe slots available on this computer.
Yeah. There's also the SSDs which are around 550, 560 read and write speeds, which is faster in a spinning drive.
Would 550 megabits per second? That's not fast for an NVMe. That sounds like a.
Oh, that's SSD.
SSD.
John Williams said awesome, Ken.
2.5 inch. Yeah.
No, it's M.2. They make them in .2s.
Oh, it's an SSD M.2. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Ran Israel said SATA SSD.
Yeah, SATA SSD would be the right way to call that. Ran Israel just gave a speaker bot for that. Let me catch up some comments in chat. On LG, that's conversation between them. Ancient Chinese secret for the watch getting the distance for on the golf course. Yesterday's audio discussion. Yes, Danielle. I don't remember if I put Danielle's topic in my list, but would definitely would like to pursue that some more. Excuse me. There was a comment that may pertain to your problem. I seem to recall a similar something happening when I first hooked up everything to my stereo. That is adjusting the volume level from the computer. There seems to be a really strong output, which affects possibly overmodulation. Yeah, the idea that was suggested there was turn up the volume to max on the computer and rely less on your amplifier to increase the volume. It's a perfect log of the trajectory you throw the watch at. Andy's saying hi. Lowering that output volume, as weird as it sounds, even though it's a digital signal, apparently there is an attenuation calculated somehow. Lowering the output volume from the motherboard? I thought it was the other way around that was being suggested.
We've talked about this, but I've heard about this before with our sound guy at our previous church. And when I used to have it with some things, with some computer things at church, and would hook up my computer to the sound system, I would always have to keep my computer volume lower and control the volume on the soundboard more, because if I don't, because the soundboard is primarily expecting like microphone level, like a handheld microphone level of volume, which would be higher than a line level for a computer. And so you always have to keep the volume on your computer lower than 100%. I could get away with, on that particular sound system, I could get away with keeping it below 50%.
Oh, on the motherboard. From the computer side,
No,
keep it below 50%.
Computer, keep it below 50, and then control the volume on the.
Okay, interesting. That would also mean if the computer is actually generating the pops, then the audio level of the pops would be going at a little lower level. Now, the other thing that I looked through, I looked through the equipment links that she provided from, I think it was yesterday, and because I've never even thought through digital to analog conversion. So here's what I came to understand, and you guys can all check me on this. The original audio that a computer has is digital. So if you're using your analog output from your motherboard, then the motherboard is actually doing the conversion from digital to analog. If you have a sound card in the computer, that's where you might be getting a better capability of converting from digital to analog. Now what she's doing is she's taken the digital signal out from the computer, going to a digital to analog converter, whatever the acronym for that was, and then analog out to her stereo receiver equipment, so that it's receiving an analog signal. When I first started thinking this through, I was thinking, well, wait a minute, why not just go from analog from the motherboard straight to the receiver? Well, the reason for that is because she doesn't want to rely on the motherboard doing the conversion from digital to analog. So then I go, oh, okay, I understand. Digital out from the computer to the converter. It's an external converter, and then analog to her receiver. I thought, oh, all right, because I've never even thought through that scenario.
Ran Israel said
Makes
exactly. An external professional DAC will do a much better job than anything the motherboard can produce.
Yeah, so that was a speaker bot you guys didn't hear on Zoom. Professional.
It would probably be way better if you had like one of the new digital soundboards or digital mixers, and you just ran it straight from the computer into that.
Yeah, I'm sure perhaps the more expensive you go on the motherboard, maybe has better capabilities of doing digital analog converter. That's a DAC. And what Rand was saying is the external professional will do a much better job than anything the motherboard can produce. So perhaps the highest level of motherboard is still not going to be as good as an external professional digital to analog converter. Which makes total sense. Now that the popping noises that she's getting, one of the other comments or conversations that were going on was about the driver, the audio driver in the computer, perhaps generating it, because it's like somebody was saying when their computer loads that driver, they get that kind of a pop. So then I got thinking, well, could there be something about the computer that is being overworked that has an impact on that driver? Could that driver be automatically resetting itself for some reason causing these pops to come in? So my thinking turned along those lines. Not that I have any significant experience in that way, just troubleshooting ideas. The digital output from the motherboard, I don't know how much interaction the drivers, the audio drivers on the motherboard are involved with that. They probably do have some involvement to pull out the digital audio signal from the source content and send that out through that port. Now, how about this, Danielle? Going into Device Manager and just manually disable and then re-enable that driver and see if that pop, whatever noises that generates, is that the same exact noise that you're hearing when you're having your problem symptom? I'm not going to try to read out loud all of the comments. Let's see what Daniel's, but I want to do whatever Danielle is telling us. Normal Windows sound control options were available. Driver showed as Windows 2.0 USB. Driver showed, well, it's not a USB. She's not using a USB connection. Why is it making any reference to an audio driver with a USB version? That was me. Yeah, I thought that was you, Lawn Dog, talking about your pops when the driver gets installed by Windows. It's a soft pop. Arnold Albert asking for topics 6 and 9. So let's go jump over there. We've spent a bit of time there on the audio. Let me go see what 6 and 9 are all about. Experiment with community shared Google Drive folders. That's I think that's going to be a quick, easy one to set up. Explore NVMe. Yeah, okay, so that one has been mentioned a couple times. So let's take a quick hit on this one. I'm going to put Zoom on screen while I'm prepping that. Let's see, I'll do that over here. And didn't I have that set up as a shortcut? No. So I'm going into my File Explorer to my Google Drive, and then my drive. Shared drives is drives that are content that's shared to me. But if I go into my drive, then I have a folder for Windows, Live Windows Training, Collab Docs, LWTDB shared files. This is where I want to do it. So I had some crash files there, so I can put in links. These are already shared to anyone that has the link that you can access the files there. So like if I right click here,
read chat please.
Okay, read chat please. Selden Ball, the picture, he's bringing me back to the DAC topic. Let's see. Selden Ball, the picture of the DAC showed USB-C connections. Oh, and I didn't see any power connections. Maybe the computer decided to use USB instead of optical audio. All right, you're trying to make me jump to a different. I can't jump back around. Selden, remind me later on after we spend a little time on this Google Drive topic to come back to this, and remind me with 1139 when you see me ready to shift. So I want to right-click there, and I want to get a link for that. Copy link to clipboard, and then see if that suffices to give you a link for this. Selden says, okay. So this link here, if you click that link, can you guys get access to that folder? That was BBB crash files, and then you're going to see this folder OBS crashes, and then you're going to see these. Just try downloading one of these or opening one of these. Let me know if you can gain access to that. Let's see, that was the Shite Modi DA digital analog, has optical and USB inputs. Wanted to use optical for the distance. As I was doing my reading, I was seeing
Rand Israel said
DY exclamation mark Y gives yes. Oh yes, he was able to do that. Good, thank you, Rand. Wanted to use optical for the distance. Now here's something that I was reading about that SPDIF. Am I saying those letters right? SPDIF connector on a motherboard or a sound card. That can be, you can connect a optical cable or a coaxial cable to that. Either cable will plug into that port. The coaxial cable can go longer distance. The optical cable is superior over the coaxial, if I'm understanding that correctly, but
That's
won't
sort
go as
of
long.
right, Doug. That's sort of right, Doug.
All right.
One of my older TVs that I had actually has the two. Actually has like a coaxial port for the audio and the SPDIF optical. But the coaxial
Ran Israel said
port
coaxial
for
and
the
optical
audio
are different types
is
of
actually
ports.
like a RCA plug. And on that particular TV, I think it was colored orange. So
All
it
right.
would be two different.
Well,
It
that
would be
makes
two different plugs.
that makes more sense to me. But I did find content that I was reading that said either cable can be plugged into that port, but then in another paragraph of the same article was sounding like they are different ports. But I never actually saw a different port that, other than that SPDIF.
That's the reason why what you were saying didn't make sense to me, because it actually is two separate ports. One is the
and that's
old-fashioned RCA, and one is the optical square.
Old-fashioned RCA. So, but that doesn't sound like coaxial. Is the RCA port what they're referring to as coaxial? Well, now
I think so.
Okay, now here Rand is saying the same SPDIF standard can be used with coaxial and optical media, but I've never seen a port other than that one that I think is for the optical connector to, so is there a different kind of SPDIF that uses coaxial? The coaxial connector looks like a traditional RCA connector. All right.
Yes.
So
I never used it, but it was available on my older TV, which I still have in the other room in there. But I can't. It's not to where I can bring it in here and show you.
All right, that's all right.
Idiot.
So on the coaxial SPDIF that looks like an RCA port, is it labeled somehow to identify it as SPDIF, or can you use just any regular RCA cable on that same connector?
I'm not sure. I would say that depends on the TV. On that particular model of TV that I had, it's just colored orange, and none of the other RCA plugs on that particular TV were colored orange. So
all right, yeah, and Rand Israel is saying it's usually colored orange. And actually, I do remember reading that in the descriptions. It just wasn't clear where is that because they weren't showing pictures. Give me pictures. All right. Yeah,
That particular TV I'm referring to is like now is like at least 10 years old, if not older, and it's actually got a ton of connections. It's got like 2 components, a composite, an S-video, an optical square, an optical coaxial, a VGA. So it's amazing how many connections old TVs had compared to these newer ones.
All right. Now I'm going to jump back to the Google Drive topic because I got the answer that people were able to do downloads. There's another thing that I want to set up with this is I'm going to try creating a new folder here, and let's call this viewer files. I want to see if I can create a folder here and give you a link that you can upload files to this folder. So to do that, I have to give that read write option.
Yeah. Or make that edit. It should be edit
right,
if you're actually on the Google website.
Let's see. So here I'm going to go. I'm not on the Google website. I'm trying to do this from within File Explorer so I don't have to go to a web browser to do this. So here I'm going share with Google Drive. And yeah, this is letting me get into a share without having to go into the browser connection. So then anyone with the link, and I'll change from commenter to editor. So that says anyone with a link can edit. So now I'll copy that link. Link is copied. And then close this window. And then put that into chat. And can you upload files to this folder?
You should also be able to create folders within the folder that you share. People should also be able to create.
Oh, that's a good idea. So let's have you create a folder that indicates who you are in your YouTube channel name, for instance. Create a folder called that, and then upload a file to that folder to see if that works. And I should be able to see those folders appear. Yep, there's a JPEG that just came in. Now, in doing this, I need to be cautious because I'm saying anybody can do this. So even people who cannot chat in the chat room, that aren't even approved users, I think could create folders and upload files here, and of course we could get trolls doing their
Ken Stout Live said
dirty
that
work.
is
Where
for
that
me.
becomes
It's
a problem is
family-friendly.
if somebody in the chat room takes that link and gives it to somebody else on their Facebook or somewhere else. It's not part of the community here, and because the way that link's set up, anybody could then put anything in there unless Google stops it. Google will not allow you to upload exe files or MSI files into the.
All right. Well, now, if somebody were to do that, I could just turn off the sharing of that folder. So I can stop that dead in its tracks.
But me and Ken had to do this. I had to sign up for the free trial of the 2 terabytes for the Google Drive so that I could send Ken all of my video files, recordings from church, so that he could run them through his DaVinci with his video card, and he sent them back to me so I could put them on disk for church. So
all right.
That was real helpful.
Taking a look at something here that's V Menor's giving me a link for. Yeah, so here, perfect, thank you, perfect. That's exactly what I needed to see. SPDIF labeled, and it's an RCA jack, awesome. Now, another thing for Danielle is what I was reading through was telling me that the fiber optic connectors are very, very sensitive to dust, and that's why these ports usually have a flap to cover them. Well, actually, that was just my deduction. That article didn't actually say that, but they said these connectors are very sensitive to dust. So I'm wondering, what about while you're playing audio, unplug this and plug it back in. Number one, is that safe to do? Is it okay to do that? And number two, I mean, for equipment wise, will that do any damage to the equipment
Can
if you unplug it
I can
while in
sort
use?
I can answer that.
All right.
I have a my sound bar has an optical port that I use for the output from the output of the TV to the sound bar. And I've unplugged it
V Manor said it is safe to do it.
before,
Read chat,
because what'll
please.
happen is over time, stuff gets moved around, stuff gets bumped, and it's just like with your antenna digital TV signals. It doesn't get snowy. You've either got signal 100% or signal 0, and so like it would go. So like if the optical cable gets bumped around, it will like the sound would like go in and out and be very inconsistent. So
All right.
that's my experience with
All right,
that.
good. And other people in chat are also saying that it's safe to do. Seldom Ball says folders used for uploading should not be readable by the public. Otherwise, it can be used for distributing illegal content. Oh, that's interesting. Not readable. So is there a way for me to make that sharing link upload only and not readable?
It sounds like he means non-writable.
No, because we want to be able to upload, so you're going to have to write files to that location, but we don't want other people to be able to download those files because that could result in some...
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I don't either. I highly doubt it.
I think the only option is to have read-only or to have read and write. It's not possible to have write and not read because you're going to be able to see the folder before you can...
Well, the way to control that, if that were to become a problem, would be to share to a person's specific Google account email address. And that way, only that person has access to that folder. So they can't be doing sharing. All right. For those who are wondering, I do not need to stop the stream. Stop talking, Doug. Don't need to go elaborate on that. Yeah, so that would be a way to do it. Or a group of users. Good, Greg M says we can do, I could create a folder that would be a group of users so that they can upload and download between themselves. That would do it. So I'll probably be turning off that link or changing it somehow in the near future. I'm going to take a look at something else. Ken Stout says topic 11. I'm going to come back over here looking at this share options again for that folder. Share with Google Drive. That was anyone with the link editor. So they could download. Now I could, if I'm inviting people to upload something now, I could then change it back to viewer. That would prevent more uploads.
Yes.
If I just wanted to do it for a short period of time. For adding people, groups, or calendars anytime in the future that if I want to do that for specific people, I need to remember to take that off screen when I do that. Let's see, I'm going to take a look at that gear icon, see what that gives us. That gear icon just gave us this, settings for viewer files, editors. Editors can change permissions and shares. And share. No. Let's take that away. Setting updated. Editors can't change permissions and cannot share to other people. Now, once I've got a link that's for everybody, that's irrelevant. But when I'm doing links to specific people, then I would want to prevent them from sharing to somebody else. Glad I looked at that. And then let's see what has come in here so far. We have Costanza the Mage created a folder, and these two are pictures. I'll take that off screen while I go see what they gave me, in case that's anything worth showing to the audience. Sure. Here's one of them. 1972, I'm guessing Ken Stout. Legion of Lost. I bet there's an easy way to rotate that. There it is. There, Legion of Lost Artists. I don't know who that is. Let's come back to see who came into Zoom. Jim, hello Jim.
I do.
You got any comments right off the bat?
Other than I had a little trouble getting online for some reason. I had to actually power off the PC to get the network card to function again.
I wonder if it has anything to do with your blue screen of death from last night.
No, I don't think it is. I think that's something separate. But yeah, that was weird. I removed all of the network devices from Device Manager, had it redetect. I tried a couple different things, and I'm like, this is not cooperating. What the hell's going on here? So I finally decided, well, let's kill the main power and see what happens. And that apparently was the solution.
Well, let me tell about my Zoom annoyance. Let's see if I do. Oh, that's good enough. When I'm showing Zoom, you can see this up here in the upper left corner, Zoom Workplace. That's new. It showed up yesterday, and my Zoom interface is different now by virtue apparently to some update. And when I went to start today's Zoom session, I could not find my recurring meeting. Took several minutes before I could find it, and turned out I had to scroll all the way down a whole bunch of stuff that it's pulling from my calendar. It's pulling everything from my Google Calendar. Way down at the bottom, there was one of those buttons that you click on to expand a section, and in that section had my recurring meetings so that I could start up this meeting. But it was completely a different operation than what I'm accustomed to, and it's got this dark bar at the top. I don't think mine used to be dark up there. I'm not sure, but this whole layout here looks well, somehow the coloring of it looks different. A lot of dark and blackness that I'm not accustomed to.
And you must have been on a really old. You must have been on a really older version before they upgraded, because they've had this current version like this for quite a while now.
With the word workplace in the upper left corner?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that I have done updates now and then for Zoom. I'm not the first to jump on installing an update, but when it would prompt me for an update, usually it's when I'm trying to start a session, and I would defer it, and then within a week or two, after being notified of an update, I would
Ken
get
Stout
it updated.
Live said it has been around about a month now.
Ken says it was been around for about a month. All right.
Yeah, they did a major facelift on it. Yeah, roughly about a month ago.
Yeah. And that might be around the time when it started pulling in all of my calendar appointments. Like I was going to start a Zoom session based off of those calendar appointments. Now, although when that happened, I was poking around making some changes in Zoom, making trying to solve an issue for a client with what he was doing with Zoom. And I think I did something that caused it to connect with my Google Calendar. And then I couldn't find a way to turn that off. So it's got all this extra clutter, all my appointments showing up. So I can't even show you that panel because it shows a bunch of client stuff. my contacts. All right, so I'm turning over here to do a little something. That's what that alarm was reminding me. Go ahead, whoever was starting.
All these developers are always looking for things to change and update, regardless of whether it actually needs it or not.
Yeah,
Called job security.
Right, they have to justify their paycheck. Oh, yeah, see, I've already lost the first half hour of chat that I won't be able to go back and look at. That alarm that just rang was to remind me to do that. But all of the chat history does show in OBS. Just not on my... Oh, here. On this popped out chat, I still have it. But when I just brought up the channel page on Baby Beast, it only goes back for half an hour. So I think what I need to do then is pause one of my monitoring panels so that I can keep that chat history. Yeah. Got that. All right, let's see, topics that were requested. Ken Stout said topic 11, but there was another topic that was previously requested a couple times. Oh, oh, did I? Oh, there it is. So we did the shared Google Drives that I said was going to be quick.
John Williams said, I am back. Hello, everyone, again.
Then NVMe for the 6 terabyte replacement. I still haven't got around to putting in that 8 terabyte drive to replace the 6 terabyte replacement, but my thinking there was as part of testing that, what I might do is just disconnect the 6 terabyte that's in there now, the spinning drive, and then start the computer up and just see how it feels without that drive connected. Meaning, is it really slowing anything down? Because there are specific things that I can go check out and get a pretty quick impression as to whether it makes a difference, I think.
Jim, looks like you're in a new location, or that may just be another angle from your camera.
Oh, you're muted, Jim. Looks like the same location to me. We're just seeing more of it because his camera's following him around.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's the same location. It's always been.
Or I should say your camera person staff is following you around.
Well, okay, yeah, like camera person staff.
We'll say
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
So as far as exploring, I haven't even looked up what a 6 terabyte, 8 terabyte NVMe costs these days. And I think this is
it's pricey, I'll guarantee it.
Oh, it still is? Okay. So
about $1,000.
Oh, all right. Well then, that answers that. My preconceived notion was accurate. Let's see, that's as SSD. Right. NVMe 6 terabyte, and it's showing me 4 terabyte. If somebody finds a link for me to look at, if you think that is a good idea for me to consider, then put it in chat. Ran Israel, can you even get a 6 terabyte NVMe? Well, I have. The Big Beast build came with an 8 terabyte. M.2
over 6.
Pardon?
They may have skipped over it.
It may what?
They tend to do that for some reason.
I missed what you said, Jim.
When it comes to NVMe drives, they tend to skip over things that are quote unquote not common.
Oh, so, okay. So maybe 8 is available, but not 6. I was just, the only reason why I was saying 6 is because the spinning hard drive that I want to replace is 6 terabyte.
I think you'll find that if you want to replace it with something that's close to that size, you're looking at 8. They have a tendency like 256, 512, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, etc., etc.
NVMe usually come in power of 2 capacities.
All right, power of 2.
They double it every time.
Oh, got it. Yeah, and so I'm seeing prices right up around $1,000. So consider that topic handled.
Gone. Yes, that one's gone.
Now, 4 terabytes for $700. But now this 8 terabyte spinning drive was like, what was it, 130 or something like that, I think. So no, that's too big of a jump. But the other thing that I perhaps ought to consider doing is reevaluating my strategy of where I have things stored, because I have said that the spinning drive I use for long-term storage, not actually active use. I'm not totally certain about that because I have kind of evolved and moved things around over time. That I'm not totally certain that that's true. But I have both of my NVMe 8 terabyte drive and my. Now I'm questioning: is it really NVMe or is it just an M.2 SSD? But anyway, I have that split up into multiple partitions, and I have the spinning drive split into 2 or 3 partitions. I've got to go turn on the air conditioning. It's getting warm in here. And that's why I put this machine on standby or hibernate, because it generates heat.
Ran Israel said, what about 2.5 inches SATA drives?
Ran Israel, yeah, that's an intermediate way to go, isn't it? He said a 2.5 inch SSDs.
Yes, that's always a possibility. Yeah,
rather
absolutely.
than the 3.5 inch spinning metal. All right, now the topic Ken Stout was asking for. Let's see, what was that? Like about 11, I think. Yeah, topic 11. Oh yeah, what a difference a unique thumbnail and title make, because the show that I did with Ken Stout on Zoom, I did a specific thumbnail that shows he and I in the thumbnail, and I made the title kind of a Security Now or Windows Daily type of, not Windows Daily, Windows Weekly type of title, where it mentions the topics involved, so maybe get some search results. And I also put an index in it, so it's broken up into chapters to see.
Ken Stout Live said yes, and I am bald.
There he is again, saying something I don't have a clue what he's talking about. He's bald. Oh, in the thumbnail, he looks to be bald. That's what he's saying. All right. Well, as long as we're gonna ridicule Ken Stout, let's go look at that thumbnail this way, because otherwise you don't get to see it in its full glory. And then F11 to make that full screen. Yeah, boy, that does look bald on top and bottom of his face. I don't want people reading that the wrong way. Or moving on. Topic 11 was about, oh yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, video analytics. So let's see, here's this. So this, last time I looked at this, I want to say I looked at it yesterday. Yeah, so I hadn't yet seen this
Ken
level
Stout
off.
Live said, thank you for clarifying that.
You're welcome, Ken. Now this thing, it says 29 views since it was published. This says 52 views because it adds the, this is 29 is after it was published. If I go to reach, here's what I pointed out recently about the click-through rate. So there's a 5.3% click-through rate. If I go back to a show prior to that and go straight to analytics and go to reach, That's a 2.5 click-through rate. So I more than doubled my click-through rate by virtue of the title and the thumbnail, because the title and the thumbnail difference is the only, and the fact that there were a time
Ken
index.
Stout Live said, full disclosure, I had downloaded this morning for usages later on my channel.
Oh, Ken downloaded that thumbnail. All right, and then if I look over here at views here, this says 151 views, which was more than the analytics page was showing, wasn't it? So 151 compared to 105, 129, 114. That was a Saturday show, trying to compare only with daily shows. So it's definitely one of the top daily shows. And then going back to analytics to see this 29 plus 52 showing here. So 70, 81, that claims 81 views, and this claims 151 views. Explain that difference, I don't know. The thing I want to get is impressions, 1.4 thousand. Views from the impressions was 76. Browse features, director unknown. Somewhere in here we'd get an indicator about something, an indicator about searches. Content suggesting this live stream. 463 part B. Oh, that would be, that's interesting. 28% of the views came from people watching a subsequent show on yesterday, or no, on that show we had a part B, because that's when we got cut off at the knees. So that part B, that was a short video, this indicates that some people watched that, and at the end of that it has an end screen where the only choice was, no, it had the 4 choices, and it shows one of the choices is the video that YouTube suggests to watch next. So apparently it suggested this video, the part A video, and 28% of the views came off of that. That's interesting. Now these numbers here, that doesn't mean 28% of the views. That means 28% of I think other YouTube features. Traffic from within YouTube that doesn't fall into any other categories. So these numbers down here are not part of this 53%. It takes a while to figure out what the heck they mean. But I have known for a significant amount of time, if I would change the thumbnail and the title after the show to be somehow relevant to the specific show, that would get me more views. It's just an extra work task. I just, it's the kind of thing, I don't want to do that. Were there any other topics requested? Or were there any questions in chat that if people have asked questions in chat, those take top priority. So point me to those if they're in there.
Ken Stout Live said, "What's up, Doug?"
Ken Stout, what's up? That is the best
Ken
and
Stout
only
said,
way.
that is a question.
That is the best and only way to respond to that. Instead of doing the Doug thing of trying to answer the question, just mirror it right back to him. I was tempted to say to Bozo, but I decided not. Oh, wait a minute. I just let that out of the bag, didn't I? Anybody got a topic or something you're interested in?
Ken
Oh,
Stoutler
I know
said
what.
I will accept bows.
I know what. I have some notes to follow up. Typo. He doesn't even know how to spell his own identity. Yeah, I had some email notes, topics. I know Jeff is out exploring the world and college campus for his
Ken Stout Live said I
grandchild.
corrected it.
And he's not here. Yeah, you did. So I had a note about his conversation about getting the chat window and the Zoom window on the same screen. That's an easy thing to do. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. I didn't actually practice this. So he's out traveling with a laptop and not accustomed to getting the chat window and Zoom visible at the same time. And this is where I think that Windows will really do a good job there. Now, when I pull up this monitor, I don't have my picture hiding over it, but let's go. I've got a chat. I'm going to drag a chat window over here. So I'll pop out this chat. And that's the YouTube video. Okay, so I don't know if he's Windows 11 or Windows 10, but come up here to this maximize button and select this panel here to put Zoom on the left side, and whatever number of participants in Zoom, his screen will scrunch down and rearrange them to fit on that side. And then on the right hand side have a chat window at the bottom, and then you can have the video playing up on the top, and that'll fit fine on a laptop screen. Of course, it'll all be smaller. Anytime he wants to see Zoom in full size, it can maximize that and you can bring it back down, but it doesn't go back into the same spot. So you still have to come back up to this button and put it on the left side. So anyway, maybe if that's of use, then booyah. Let's see, then what do I have over here? Chat messages I think I captured from Friday. I was about to say from Saturday. Today's Saturday, Doug. Doug was saying, on boot up my fantastic machine that I created, Windows boot. When Windows loads the drivers for audio, I get a pop. Yeah, so we talked about that. Any audio sources after the computer has booted up and is running when a driver gets installed during the boot process. Yeah, so my notion there is just going to Device Manager and disable the driver. Then here's another idea that I put in here is download a YouTube video and play it locally to see if the pops still occur. I expect that they will. I think I'll get to that chat in just a moment. I think the download is maybe that's only available if you have YouTube Prime. So like if I go to one of Carrie's videos, actually I think he might have disabled that. No, there's download. So for those of you who don't have YouTube Prime, do you have a download option for videos?
DDT 2005 said
yes, it shows up there, but if you don't have it, it will ask you, Google will ask you to pay for it. Or if you're like me and you've been doing this for years and years and years, there's all kind of third-party websites that you can just go paste the link into and it will download the video. You don't have to pay Google anything.
All right. My picture over Zoom isn't going to work well with that layout, so I got to fix that. Let's see, 2 columns, 2 rows. Yeah, it's that one. There. I'll fix that. And Dennis says he's still here, and that was, he was interested in the topic about gifting memberships. Yeah, so he and I had a couple of email exchanges. Did I just jump topic? I think so. Gifting exchanges, or gifting memberships. So I'll go to Ken's channel. See if I'm going to remember this. He doesn't have a live stream right now. Ken, can you fire up a live stream right now? And then if I come over here, I had some bookmarks on this topic. Right click on that folder, open all three of those. How to opt in to receive a gifted membership on your phone. How to opt in and receive gift memberships to YouTube channels. This is desktop only. And then this was a list of search results with this
John
search
Williams
criteria.
said, Doug, do you shut off your iPhone at night?
I do not shut off my iPhone because it actually, between it and my Apple Watch, they monitor my sleep. Ken says it's on the burner, so does that mean he's starting up a live stream? Let's see, this was, oh yeah, it was about going into the three-dot menu and gift, and then here's this slider. Allow gifts on this channel. Choose whether others can gift to you. I should have paused that there. Choose whether others can gift you a bald and bearded membership for 1 month publicly announced on this channel. This is where I mentioned the other day that I thought you have to turn on or enable receiving gifts. And my search results have showing me that you have to go do that on each channel. But that's hard to believe because I think the people that we have seen receiving gifted memberships have not been doing that. I recollect that there is a way to enable that for you as a channel to be able to receive gifts. And the only search result I found for that said that you have to go to your root channel and not be doing it on a branded channel. Live Windows Training DougBetts is a branded channel. It's not the one, it's not the level that's actually associated to me. So it indicated I had to go to my channel and do a setting there. When I tried to follow those instructions, the setting that they said to adjust was not there. Now, if I come over here to see if Ken has a live show.
Ken Stout Live said, do you want me to start now? I have it queued up and ready to go.
Not quite yet. So I think it was click on the dollar symbol and then membership gifting, buy memberships for viewers, go into that. And then here, scroll down and there's no kebab menu here. Your gift will be publicly announced. So nothing here about receiving gifts, but I'm already a member of his channel. So do not start the live stream yet, Ken. I'm gonna go over to Baby Beast and switch to a YouTube account that is not a member of his channel.
Ken Stout live said Roger.
And here, bringing Baby Beast up on screen. Now there, I went to all that trouble to make my one keyboard and mouse go all the way over, and there I go reaching for the other keyboard. So here I've got to go to his scheduled live stream. Ken's playing. Oh, he took that word. All right. Then I'm now signed in with my base channel, or my personal channel. I go to the dollar symbol. I don't see anything about memberships there. I come over to see perks. membership. Members only live. Not seeing a place there to
DDT 2005 said I'm using my phone, by the way.
Yes, Dennis has been experimenting with this on his phone. I'm more interested in it through computer. So I'm going to come back here and look at how they got to this point. Let's make that full size. Allow gifts. I'm going to scroll back and see where this is going. Let's see. He's got... So the signed in name here for this person is Sean Ritter. He's not signed in as bald and bearded. He's going, oh, allow gifts. Next time you'll be lucky recipient. So yeah, this one was indicating that you're only going to see this when there has been a purchase of gifted membership. Somebody has selected to do that. But there was another method there. What he did is he clicked on that allow gifts and then turning this on. There's another method, I think, in this video for enabling it without a gift being currently available. They're showing 5 gifts are available. Gifted 5. Oh, okay. So they're saying if you don't see that prompt here to allow gifts, you can click on this piece up here. It means gifts have been purchased, and then you click on that and you can allow gifts to come to you as a viewer, as I understand this. Now I'm speeding this video up to get to his next piece and slowing it down. Oh, there, that dollar symbol. So let's get back there again. Pausing that dollar symbol there while the chat is running. So on Baby Beast, his chat hasn't started yet. I just see those 2 options. So coming back to this instructional video, he clicks on that and he sees membership available. So I'm wondering, once Ken starts his show, will I then see the membership choice available? Because at this point, I'm not seeing the membership choice available. So Ken, go ahead and start your live stream, please. I'm going to go look a little bit further at this video. Let's see, close membership. So I think what he does then is clicks on membership and then gets this prompt, join this channel. Then he's going to, I think, scroll down to find the, the 3-dot menu, the kebab menu up at the top. Clicking on that and then gift settings right there. And then that gets him to this panel. There's Ken's show started. I'm not going to turn that audio. Well, I guess I can turn that audio on.
Hello, Doug.
Hi.
As you can see, I am not bald. I do actually have hair.
Well, I guess I got to mute that because you're not going to be able to hear him very well. All right, so now that is started. Now if I go to the dollar symbol, no. Oh, it's, I think.
DDDT 2005 said, I do not get that last option on my desktop.
Okay, Dennis, thank you. Is this saying C perks? Is it already giving me membership? Yeah, because I got the C perks. Usually it would be a join there. So it wasn't sufficient for me to go to my root channel. It still thinks I'm a member. So how about if I unjoin? Drop my membership. Dropping you like a hot potato. Go to my profile icon, choose purchases and memberships, and then scroll down to that membership, manage membership, and then cancel. We'll miss you. If you cancel now, you'll continue to have access to members only perks until July 27th. Cancel membership. Do I have to wait till July 27th to be able to receive a gifted membership? Now I'll come back. He's here. Get back to his current stream. I'm going to move the microphone so you're going to hear it move. There. That's probably better audio while I'm looking this direction. Well, I could actually look towards Big Beast for that, which is what I should have done. Now, yeah, there's a join button. So now if I go to the $, and there's membership gifting. Click on that, and then here, membership gifting. Gift memberships to this channel. Nope, that's for me to. So it's still treating me as a member. What other? I might have another account. I'm going to bring Zoom up on screen. Well, hello, Princess. So I would have to. I can't switch to any of my other accounts under this account. I actually have to sign out and sign in with a different email address that is not associated with my Google account. I don't want to use that account. Where do I sign in with a different account? Oh, maybe, yeah, Chrome. I'll sign out of Chrome. Oh, let's do this. I know what. I'll do incognito window, and then YouTube, and then sign in with my other account or a different email address that I think has already been connected with YouTube. I can show this at DougBettsPilot@yahoo.com. Now I'll take that off screen. Yeah, it wants a password for that. And my password manager does not give that to me, so I've got to go find that elsewhere. Ugh. I got to re-sign into my Google account in order to get to that password information.
Yeah, Doug, here's a question for you.
Say again?
Here's a question for you.
All right.
Do you have any email addresses that don't contain your name?
I don't, offhand, I don't think so. I decided quite a long time ago that I'm going to be operating as a pretty public person. Yeah, this is a password that is created by a password manager. Totally wonky. All right, so here I have pasted that password and it says wrong. All right, let's try going to yahoo.com. Oh, because I was trying to do a YouTube account with that. So the YouTube account for that email address would be a different password than the password for the Yahoo account. Now it wants a two-factor authentication. And waiting for a 6-digit code. My 6-digit code is 390079. Because nobody can do anything with that piece of information quick enough to matter. Now, and I'm going to have to do the forgot password because I'm signed in to Yahoo, but I don't know what my Google what my password is for my Google account associated with this Yahoo address, or even if I have an account. So I'm going to do forgot password. And it's saying that it sent me a code to that Yahoo address, which I punched the wrong button. Sent me a code to the Yahoo address, wants me to enter the code. So I'll go grab that from that email. This is where I'm signed in to, I hit the wrong button again. This is where I'm signed into Yahoo. And click on the email. And I think I can actually show that email because it is not one that I actively interact with. So yeah, it's okay. There is my Google verification code. And I think I can even show that email safely. Yes. Double click on that code, Control C to copy it, come back to the page that wants the code, Control V to paste it. Next. Take that off screen. And then it says welcome back. So I did have a Google account for that yahoo.com email address. You can update your password now if you forgot it. I still don't have the password. I'm just using this one-time access code. So I have not changed the password. I have not entered a password. I have not recovered my password. I'm just signing in with that one-time code.
You must have done something at some point after you created that account, a Google account, to have it do a one-time code, send you a one-time code, because there's been at least a couple times that I've been trying to gain access to other people's accounts for them, and there's literally nothing I can do because they have no recovery options at all set up.
Well, we know that I had a recovery option of texting because it texted me a code. So it did know the Google account for my Yahoo address did know my cell phone number. So the ones you're describing did not put their cell phone number into that account as a recovery method. right? Agreed? That's the point you're making?
Right. If they don't put any kind of set up any kind of recovery, if I'm trying to help them out, there's nothing I can do other than create a whole new
Yeah, I said
account.
I said that wrong. It did not send a code to my phone. It sent a code to my Yahoo email address. So it's not necessarily the case that I gave that to Google as a recovery method, because in order to create that Google account, I had to put in my Yahoo email address. That Yahoo
DDT
email
2005
address
said, I'm not a homie.
is my account name for that Google account. So it just sent me an email there. So now the people that you were trying to help, perhaps they had created the account that you were trying to recover using an email address that they no longer have access to. I've had that problem.
Or I also have the problem of they set the account up using a phone number that they no longer have access to for the recovery.
Yeah. If they set up as a phone, they don't have access to that phone. Yeah, right. Okay, continuing to the next step. Simplify your sign-in with passkeys. You can use your fingerprint, face. No, we're not going to do that. I keep taking this off screen because I don't know what's going to come up to next. And then I hit the wrong button to bring that screen back. Security checkup. Your saved passwords, safe browsing your devices. Continue to YouTube. There was an issue signing you into YouTube. Troubleshoot here. YouTube.com/oops. If you type in, if somebody goes to that address, can you go directly to that address, youtube.com/oops? Is that publicly available, or is it only available when an error actually occurs? Let's see, I'll try just going back to YouTube and sign in. Oh, but I haven't changed the password. Oh, there. It's got, I am signed in. Okay, now, youtube.com/ I'm not sure, is it Ken Stout Live? Does his URL do that? Maybe I need the @ symbol.
DDT 2005 said, correction, I am a homie now.
Congratulations to Dennis. He is now a homie. Yeah, so here I got Ken Stout Live, and I don't get to see anything on his channel until I subscribed. This channel doesn't have any content. No, that's not actually the right channel, is it?
No, I don't think. No, it's not. It don't even have a profile picture.
Somebody impersonating him. Here's the channel. Here's the live show. And I'm getting a commercial because under this Yahoo account, under this Yahoo email address, my YouTube account does not have a Prime membership. Oh, but here I see the chat room. So if I go to the $, and then membership gifting, and let's see, at some point, no, it wasn't there. That's Dennis as a member. No thanks for that. Join. Was it over here? 3-dot menu. Yeah, here, this 3-dot menu, gift settings, and then allow gifts. So now I am eligible to receive gifts. So if everybody has to do that in order to be eligible to receive gifts, then that's why it would not be a surprise that people who are known to the channel creator is seeing that. Oh, there's something else about that doesn't sit right with me. Oh yeah, it seems to me that people are receiving gifts that have not gone through that. that have not jumped through those hoops.
Do you have any interesting stories from your clients lately?
I'm guessing my reaction gave that away. Yes.
Ken Stout Live said, I believe they have to be a subscriber to get the membership.
Okay, that's interesting, Ken Stout. I said to allow gifting to me, but I'm not a subscriber under that account to your channel. So if this channel does receive a gifted membership, then that would prove you don't have to be a subscriber. Maybe that's a setting on your end to restrict gifting. Well, now here we're getting a mirroring effect because Ken is apparently showing my stream on his live stream.
Ken Stout Live said I cannot send it to a specific person, though.
Well, I know you can't send it to a specific person. YouTube chooses who it goes to, but on my YouTube account, on my Yahoo account, I am not a subscriber to your channel, but I have turned on allowing gifts to be received. Now, I know our prior conversations has been along the lines that we thought you have to be a subscriber to receive a membership. But since that option was
Ken
available
Stout
for me
Live
to
said,
turn
should
that
I use my
on,
last 5 and see if you get one?
yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, Ken. He was offering to use his last 5 gifts to see if I get one of those to this non-subscribed account. Now, going back to, Alex's question was about client stories. Yeah.
Ken Stout Live said, hold on, I will use Mrs. K account.
All right, gotcha, Ken. And I'll go ahead and address Alex's question. The reason for my reaction is and this is one of those things I want to be careful about describing the experience of normals and conversing with them when they don't understand things that we think they ought to be able to understand. So now I'm trying to remember what that conversation was about. Let's see, there was, well, actually one of it is a problem that this same client, he has a email list that he sends emails to for people that are students of his. He's doing some online teaching now. He has students. And he has been modifying his email list. However, he didn't realize he had 2 separate email lists. So now they're out of sync with each other. So I was connected remote to his computer last night trying to reconcile this and figure out, I'll move the microphone back, try to figure out how to fix the problem. Well, one of the lists had 26 members. The other one had 24 members. And then when I went to create an email utilizing one of those lists, it populated with, it was either the 24 or the 26. And then I chose the other one and it populated 16 emails. Not the 24, not the 26. It only populated 16 emails. These 2 lists had exactly the same name. They had exactly the same profile circle, a colored circle with a letter in it. But they existed in 2 separate of his email addresses. He has 2 separate email addresses, and he had that list existing in both of them. They had the same.
Ken Stout Live said Lorna gifted
icon.
herself a membership somehow. Go figure.
Lorna gifted herself a membership? I don't know how that happened. Anyway, continuing on this story. So I was populating in the 2 line with that list, and then expanding it, copying all those email addresses, pasting it into the body of the new email to try to compare them. That was just a nightmare. It turns out it's not a case that the 24 list was missing 2 of the people that were in the 26 list. Each of those lists had people that did not exist in the other list. But when I select one of those lists to create a new email, sometimes I would get 24 names, sometimes I get 26 names, sometimes I get 16 names, implying that there's another list somewhere that I couldn't find. We wound up saying this is taking too much time and he's just going to start from scratch. So the fix was a fail. Moving panels around. And there's Ken Stout in my Zoom session. Hello, Ken. So the other story with that client is the one where they just couldn't understand something that seemed pretty simple. Oh, I know what it was. I'll go ahead and tell the story. She was, let's see, that belongs over there. There was a husband and wife client. She had a new scanning device. She said, when I tried to scan from the ESPON scanner, and she goes on with her description. ESPON scanner.
Epson.
Yes, it was an Epson. So we got that. Actually, I never did actually clarify that to her, the correct name, but it was an Epson scanner. It was new to her. And when she scans a document, the problem she had is she couldn't see how to choose where to store the document. Well, the Epson scanning software, when you choose the folder location, it has a browse button, so you can browse through the folder structure. But when she goes to a particular folder, she was counting on seeing the files that are in that folder in order to confirm that's the right folder. The Epson browsing feature, when you're selecting the folder, does not show the files in the folder. It's just showing folders. So if there's no subfolders in that place, she won't see anything. And she insisted, yes, there are places in there where I store these files. Hang on just a moment, Ken. There were places where she could, she said there are places in there, so I went into File Explorer and found, no, there are not subfolders there. She has files in there that are associated to case numbers. And she thinks of those file name case numbers as locations. They're not locations, they're file names. So trying to get across the idea of the difference between folders and files. These are files that you could open into Microsoft Word, for instance, and these yellow symbols are folders. Those are locations where you can store something. And because she couldn't see the file names in a folder, she was still totally lost with it. So anyway, we spent a long time on that.
And that is because whenever you have a program like that, like a scanning software, and you saving it as a PDF, for example, it will only show you the PDF files.
Not true.
If there's PDF files in that folder.
Not true with the Epson software. It would not even show PDF files. Because we know that because there were already PDF files in that folder. Because I went to File Explorer and saw that there were. It was not showing any files, not even if they were PDFs.
That's called poor programming.
Yeah, that was not very user friendly.
I used to have a Epson printer scanner combo that has long since been given away or sold, but I had nothing but problems out of the Epson software. It's like their software was designed for like Windows XP and never updated.
Yeah.
Ever.
Okay, let's move on. Ken Stout.
Can I share my screen, please?
Let me turn that on.
That's why I asked.
It was oh, they changed that with this version, didn't they? Where that's located. Because there is no security.
Ken,
more.
Ken, is what you're sharing related anything related to Tammy or internet speed?
No, I'm going to. No, it's not.
That boy's got some nerve. Put him in the waiting room.
I don't care about my internet speed. I'm going to show that my wife gifted herself a membership somehow. It costs me money because I'm paying for her memberships. Doggone it.
No. Let's see. So I'm looking at this. I guess I can just do that on the Zoom screen. See, there's no security anymore. Chat, react, share. One participant can share at a time.
Maybe 3-dot menu.
Have you?
No, it's not there.
Well, sharing says one participant can share at a time. That's already checkmarked. Are you unable to share right now?
No, sharing is not turned on. I cannot share.
All right, so I'll go into advanced sharing options. Multiple participants can share simultaneously. Dual monitors recommended. That doesn't make sense. I'll say multiple participants can share at the same time, but I don't understand why they're host tools. That's it, I bet.
Yeah.
Host tools. Share screen is selected. It says allow all participants to share screen.
Now I can share my screen.
Oh, all right. I'm not aware that I made any change there, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think you did, but it's letting me do it. Now this is going to be my OBS because I don't know of any other way to do it. But you can see on the left-hand side of the panel, right underneath Tony's comment, it said Lorna Stout gifted 1 Ken Stout Live membership. And right underneath that, it says Lorna Stout was gifted a membership by Lorna Stout.
Okay, I'm bringing that up on a bigger screen.
I cannot make this stuff up. I really cannot.
You have issues that I've never seen anybody else have. It's amazing.
Hey, I just made 66 cents off myself, so you know it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lorna Stout was gifted a membership by Lorna Stout. I should have that in my chat window from your computer, from your live stream. So I'm going to bring that up on Baby Beast.
Yeah, the live stream's still running. I just silenced it. Well, no, I didn't silence it because the mic's now hot again, so there is audio going out.
Yeah, so here when I
guess I could go into OBS and turn the mic off. I'll do that. I'm going to turn the light. Is this going to be one of them Filipino silent live streams now?
Now, as I'm looking at this in chat, see, I do see both of that. Here it is. Lorna Stout was gifted a membership by Lorna Stout.
Yep.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Because if you're not a member, like I'm not a member on this Yahoo account that I'm showing on screen right now. So I don't think I should be able to gift memberships.
Well, you click the allow to receive memberships though, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I can buy gifts. I'm not even subscribed to your channel, and it looks like I can gift memberships
I'll pick some
to people.
Unsuspecting soul and give them 99 cents.
However, maybe when I click on this, it might tell me I have to do something else first. So I'm going to try that 99-cent and complete your purchase. Ken Stout memberships. Add payment method. Oh, this Yahoo account doesn't have a payment method. But it looks like it's going to let me do that because this would be coming from my Yahoo account.
And you're not subscribed on this ID, are you?
Right. On this Yahoo account, I'm not even subscribed. So I'm not a member. I'm not subscribed. So
Zvi Manor said Ken moving money from one pocket to another pocket.
I clearly am moving money from my pocket to her pocket.
Well, yeah, but YouTube gets to keep the VIG.
Yeah, she gets 30%, or he gets 30%. They get 30% of it.
Yeah. So add credit or debit. Let's see what I get there. I'm going to take that off. Well, I'm keeping the wrong button.
Probably wise.
Credit or debit, then buy. Then I'll take that off screen for buy. Okay, so that gets me to, keep hitting that wrong button. To this point, for the card number, I'm going to take that off screen and click in the card number field, and my privacy card information does not come up because I'm in an incognito window. So I'm going to try to go grab a privacy card for that. Let's see, do I have...
Embezzling scheme uncovered.
Let's see, I have a paused YouTube cards. Let's see, I can show this. When I go look at my available privacy cards, I have, when I did a search for you.
John Williams said, wonder if I can get Ken to give me some cash. Huh.
I've got this. I'm going to take that off screen again and search for Google, see if I have an active Google privacy card.
While you're doing that, I just gifted another one from Lorna's account, and it actually did go to a subscriber, not herself.
So here's a Google YouTube card that is I do not have paused. Take that off screen, and I click on it now, and it shows all the account information. It shows me a Visa card number and a expiration date and a CVV. Now this is a merchant locked card, so it can only be used on YouTube or actually on Google. However, I can't show that on screen. You might think, well, it can only be used for YouTube. Yeah, but anybody might be able to use it by putting in those numbers. That could be the case. Maybe I'll try testing that with somebody I trust.
I have a question, Doug.
Go ahead.
But give me your thoughts on this. In the past, I've done videos on YouTube on scamming those tech support scammers.
Yeah.
Do you think and I just went to one of these websites that'll generate fake card numbers and put them in there on the scammers websites to make them think they're getting payment, but those cards obviously are generated completely fake. So as soon as they press the submit button, it will come up and say card refused or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It
would.
would.
Do you think it would be possible? You think it would be possible to use something like your privacy.com, make a card, that you can find like $1 or maybe $1 or $2 to with a limit, and give them that card so it makes them think the card went through. But instead of getting $400, they're getting $2.
It'll put when they try to process your card, it'll put a hold on your card for the amount that they're wanting to charge. So you're not going to be able to put in a lower limit on the card than what they're asking for. Would you be able to? There's some processing time. So could you put in the full amount of a privacy card, and then immediately after they think the transaction has worked, go put the card on pause so the transaction cannot complete? That might be possible. I think that would have to be tested with a lower dollar amount to do something that's going to cost $5. Put that in, complete the transaction with a card that has like a $10 limit. And then immediately after the transaction process, go back and disable it or put it on pause. And if you successfully prevent yourself from being charged that money, then that procedure does work. Your mileage may vary. When you try to do that with a scammer site, maybe that won't work. Okay, back to the task at hand. So when I click on that screen, I just click on that where it has the credit card number, expiration date, and the CVV. I click on it once, that automatically copies it to my clipboard. Then I go back to the place where I'm trying to insert that information, which is this screen, and I'm just going to do a paste with this off screen. And then if I can show it to you, I will. Oh, all right. So it put in Control V paste, put in the credit card number. Now I have to go click on the expiration date field and Control V. Oh, it put in the first 4 digits of the credit card number. It didn't accurately put in the expiration date. So Oh, I see that when I clicked on that copy card, it only copied the credit card number. It didn't copy all the information that was being displayed. So I got to go back to that card in privacy. It was a Google card for my G Suite, I think. Confirm, nope, it wasn't that one. It was ending there, this one. So then I'll drag my mouse across the expiration date and drag my mouse across the CVV code. Then go back and use Windows key V because I have that multiple clipboard feature turned on. I'm not using the right words. So now one thing about the privacy card is you can put in any name and the privacy system will authenticate the card. So I can put in any name, any address, so I don't have to give them my real information for this card to go through. So let's see, I'll call it Alex Stout. And I can put in any zip code. So what's Jenny's zip code? No, we know Jenny's number. I'll just
8675309.
I just did 93711.
You should do it backwards.
Say it again.
You should give Jenny's number backwards.
What is it?
I don't know.
No, and I don't have Jenny's phone number memorized. I recognize it when you guys type it in, but all right, I put in just a 5-digit number. Save card.
Oh, you can hear Doug. Maybe I better mute this one then too.
Okay, so here, bringing this on screen. Complete your purchase. Ken Stout Live gift membership.
John Williams said 8675309.
And John put in Jenny's phone number. This Visa card ends with 4149, which is interesting. It's the same 4 digits of one of my actual credit cards. And then buy that. Take that off screen. And then click buy. Pretty sure the next screen will be saved. So yeah, it just took me back to the channel. So your gift has been announced in live chat, and I'm still not a subscriber of the
Correct.
Ken
Terry
Stout Live
Fisher
show.
got a benefit got a gift card from you.
Yeah, Terry Fisher was gifted a membership. So yeah, you can gift memberships even when you're not subscribed.
So I just wonder if that means you could get a gift membership as well then.
Well, I suspect so.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't see why not, huh?
Because here in the chat room, does this show up on your screen, Ken, where it says you could be?
Yes.
Oh, you could be a lucky recipient of Ken Stout Live membership with access. So, but that doesn't.
No, that doesn't
identify
show
me.
up on my chat.
Oh.
No, that part does not. But you got to allow gifts. But I thought you did that already.
Yeah, I did that already, but it's offering for me to allow gifts. So maybe that previous allowing gift did not stick somehow. Let's see, where was that? Yeah, membership gifting. And then no, not here. The place to do it for the channel was to click, I think, on join and then 3 dots and then gift settings. Yeah, see, allow gifts is already turned on. So
I wonder if you go back to that one in chat and click it, will it show it's still turned on?
Okay, I'll click allow gifts here. Yeah, the slider is already on. So it's showing me this even though I don't need to click on it because I'm already capable. All right. How is this horse doing? Have we beat it to death? Hello, Gary Weisenberger.
Hello. Did you get your gift yet? No, I mean, your gift
no, no. As far as I can tell, I have not received it yet.
You haven't joined yet.
I haven't. No, I haven't joined under that Yahoo account, And I haven't subscribed to his channel, but according to the settings, it says I should be able to be gifted. So over the next number of days, we'll see if that happens.
I mean, I don't join anybody because I don't care that much, but I have been gifted a membership of somebody I was a member of.
That you were a member or you were subscribed?
Or subscriber, excuse me, yes,
you
subscriber.
were subscribed. So that means you did not intentionally go turn that feature on.
No, didn't even know I had. I mean,
because this is
but I got a membership, and the person that does memberships basically there's no. All you're doing is supporting the guy's channel. I mean, there's no perks.
Yeah, right, Gary. You're right. No perks. Correct.
Not yours, the guy that I'm talking about.
Yeah, mine too, though. I mean,
the one
good point.
The one that Gary was gifted to doesn't have any perks. Okay.
No. Yeah, 100% support. I mean, he doesn't even say there's perks, just, you know, channel going.
Bragging rights.
Exactly.
So, Doug, I'm going to give out my last 5 tomorrow. Maybe you'll get one of those 5 since it's just a random willy-nilly thing of YouTube.
Right. Now, I won't notice it unless I go check that YouTube email account. I never monitor it. So I'd have to go check. Now you would be able to see it in your chat panel that it was done. That's how we'll know.
Right.
That way you don't have to go look at it. Frosty Winnipeg with a $2 super chat. Thank you. He says, send some heat up here. We've got a heat advisory starting on I think that's June. July 2nd, I think, going through the 6th. They started telling us about that a couple days ago.
When you go outside as rarely as I do, you forget just how hot 90 degrees is or above when you're so used to, when you're so used to anywhere between 68 and 73.
Oh my gosh, I'm overtime.
About 12 minutes.
That sweet overtime pay is gonna come. Wow. Wait, what?
Didn't you just expect it from YouTube? It's going to be approximately 27.5 cents, but
Yeah, you just got $2 Canadian.
And
yeah, that was it. That was the overtime pay, right?
I have
Frosty
a question,
Winnipeg.
Doug.
Yes, Ken, go ahead.
Can I end my live stream now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Actually, I had a couple of things if you got a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had one kind of for Ken in a roundabout way. I actually was playing golf for work today or this week, and I hit a ball over a tree, hit it perfect. It was like maybe 40 yards from the green, and it was in between 2 alligators. I'm not kidding.
So you're happy you got over the tree.
Uh-huh.
A little depressed you got in between the alligators.
And when we were playing with us, we were dealing with some sponsorship thing. And I told the guy, all you have to do is pretend you're hitting a baseball and get the loft. And I'm not going to say who it was, but the person got real mad because he did play professional baseball for a season.
No, I'm still stuck back on that story. You hit the ball over the trees between 2 alligators.
Yeah, no, it hit in between 2 alligators that came out of the canal. It was in Florida.
This is not a joke. They were actual alligators.
On the courts. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was trying. Wait a minute. Is he pulling my leg?
Nope.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not a case of Florida, man.
No, there's all kind of things out of Florida you see with alligators being on the course.
Well, there's property in Florida. There's alligators every day. I've had snakes in the pool, everything.
All right.
So I got a quick question for Gary. When you play for business, are you guys playing 100% by the rules, or is it pretty lackadaisical? And if you hit it between 2 alligators, you get a free drop 30 yards away and be safe?
We were playing at the Grove. We were playing by the rules.
Okay. All right.
It was real cool. They have drones They have when you go out, they send a waitress with you. Then the drones deliver your stuff to the waitress, and she serves you.
Nice.
How fun! All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, well, not really, but that's another discussion.
What do you mean? Like
Oh.
you get drink? Like if you want alcoholic beverages, you get drinks served to you by drone. They come down from the sky and.
Yep. It's got to be not windy, but we were there, perfect day, no rain. 92 degrees. Actually, it was humid, but it wasn't hot. It's hotter in Michigan than when we were down there.
And did you say there's waitress out with your team?
Of course, yeah.
Assigned to your team. All right. Was this a charity event?
No, business.
No, business. So, was it some form of tournament, or was it just a foursome?
No, it was well, a few foursomes, but it was a business sponsorship type of thing. I won't go into it, but yeah, we were at the.
Well,
if anybody knows about the Grove, that's a hint, but I'm not going to go any farther.
All right. All right.
And then I got one on copyrights. If you got a minute,
go ahead.
If you have a channel on YouTube or Spotify or any of the others, and let's say you're Bob Seger, Bruce Springsteen, you wrote your song, you played the song. The problem with that is, on the song, you have other players. They get performing royalties. I got a letter from BMI this week because I have some songs from way back in the 80s. I cannot play them on a YouTube channel and not get copyright strike because the publisher wants their cut, and then they send a mailbox money to the performers or the writers. So it does not go to the other channel. So if you play a Bruce Springsteen song or Lady Gaga song, Lady Gaga's channel does not get it. Her having a channel, she gets paid by 20 million views of that song, just like it was 20 million radio plays.
Okay.
So she doesn't get it, per view of the YouTube channel. She gets it per view or per performance of the song through royalties paid to the publisher, to her publishing company, to her, or performer. So it could be no different than being played on video.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a new agreement with YouTube that's going into effect soon between major publishers. So to dispel the rumor, it does not go to Lady Gaga's channel. It goes to her publisher, then goes to Lady Gaga. Yeah,
okay. That sounds completely in line with what I would have expected. I don't know if I would have. If somebody asked me that question yesterday, I don't know if I would explain it that way, but that sounds totally
because
right to me.
If you think of any song you played, she's not the only performer on the song.
Yeah.
Some of the performers played for the day. Some of them played for performing credit. Think of the Beatles. Paul and John wrote the songs, but Ringo, George, Paul, and John get performing royalties.
Yeah. So none of them could individually have a channel and directly get.
Well, Bruce Springsteen, he has the whole band plays the song. He wrote the song quite possibly, but they all played on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So they have to get when he gets 3 cents a song, they get 0.3 cents each performer, or go there.
And I would guess there's some other intermediaries that also have their fingers in that pie.
Let's put it this way. I played on a song that has 10 million views. I got under $100.
All right. Yeah.
And it did not come from YouTube. It came from BMI.
Makes sense.
And then I have
2 quick questions.
Yes.
Is it in Sarasota, Florida?
No, Hope Sound.
Okay, so it is XXIII then.
It helps if you might know who the sponsorship deals are.
That's why I said it XXIII. Cool. Very cool.
Get stickers on it.
Okay, did you have another one there, Gary?
Yeah, one on computers, because I was talking to somebody, and I haven't really touched a computer email this week, except for email and a couple of letters. But we get people, update. You understand when Microsoft does a release or an update, even a cumulative preview, they tell what they're fixing. we get an Edge update. We use Edge as our browser. That's all I'll say. And we use Windows 11. Other than that, I won't say anything about work. But we have, the minute there's an Edge update, anything that they said, oh, we're fixing this bug in Chromium, everybody's hitting our firewalls with that continuously. Because they get to CVEs and they go, oh, look, we fixed this bug in Chromium. And people are starting to hit firewalls with that, even, from Detroit area, and we're headquartered in the Detroit area.
Yeah.
We're getting kids, I'm assuming. I mean, we have a firewall, and I'm not going to go into any more than that. Obviously, we do. But we get people using like TP-Link type passwords. Like we wouldn't change that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we get hit hundreds of times a day. I mean, at least. So, I mean, you understand, anytime any of the companies, Apple, they change something, they tell what they fixed.
Yeah, and that announces it to all the bad people out there, and they start utilizing it. Sure.
I mean, and then another one, I heard you guys talking about privacy or your passwords being out in the wild. Now, Ticketmaster, I'm worried about because I have used Ticketmaster quite a bit. Buy tickets for people, that kind of thing. But you understand, everybody keeps, I want to strangle people. You do not know your passwords actually out in the wild. Nobody does. Because the minute I find out my password is in the wild, I change it. They don't want you to know it's in the wild. So unless you can hack the dark web and hack their website, you won't find out that Doug Betts is in the dark web. Because they're not advertising. Now, if you were, let's say, Bill Gates, they would advertise they got Bill Gates' information. But they're not advertising they have Doug Betts or Gary or Alex or Jim because they don't want us to change.
Well, until the people who are trying to, who are monitoring, when they find things published on the dark web, then that information will come to us. But there's certainly stuff on the dark web that has not been discovered by the people who are trying to inform us that our credentials are out there.
You're right and you're wrong. They're guessing. If you look Ticketmaster, they're saying, I bet Doug Betts has bought tickets from Ticketmaster in the last 20 years. They don't know that Doug Betts is in that Ticketmaster heist. There's no way for them to find out unless they bought it off of the people that have it. Because they're not posting the list of the 10 million people they got.
Right. Well, from the reports that I've read, sometimes they do become available. Lists will become available for free, but more often they are for sale. And it's my understanding that some of the protection companies at some point do actually buy the lists in order to inform us that we are exposed on a list.
That is partially true. And I will say the other thing, since I'm with the company, SEC, if we get major fines if we don't notify them within 4 days of a breach.
Yeah.
But that doesn't say, I'm telling you. And I've worked in medical for 30 years. If we got hit or you got hit, we had to tell the people involved, and we had to pay their credit bureau checking for a year. Oh my God. And all kinds of money you guys got and stuff. I know, because we got hit one time. They didn't get anything. They got names, nothing else. And they got like 50 on a transfer. It was really small. And I will say one thing about what we do where I'm at, and that's all I'll say. Your PC is I almost could care less about Doug Betts hitting my stuff from inside the company. I'm watching you like a hawk. Not to what you're doing personally, but I mean, I don't care. I'm watching the people from the outside coming in, and those are the ones we worry about. Because you're basically a wrench turning the screw. That's all, or turning a bolt. But yeah, that was a big one because somebody was saying, oh, I don't update for a month or something. I'm like, you understand, when you get an Apple update on your iPhone, they tell you what they're fixing. And people try to hit that immediately if you're a value target.
Yeah.
If you're Joe in the corner, nobody cares about Joe. Maybe some kid will stumble upon it. Oh, look, Ken Stout's got a website. The last one I got for you, and I'm done. We have a website at the temple. We are being hit big time. No more than that. But
all right.
Even I, when I go and I look at my dad's website, update it or whatever, even our little website, they don't have anything on it. It gets hit, multiple dozen times a day.
When people try to log on, they try to get to the back end. Yeah, all kinds of things, but it's chaotic.
All right, I need to go ahead and shut down.
Have fun.
Thank you, everybody, for participating. Since I got Zoom on screen, I'll ask you to say goodbye.
Say goodnight,
Bye.
Gracie.
And there we go.
Bye.
End the meeting, and then we'll get this. Oh, let's see. I'll do this. Put something here.
John
Get
Williams
that.
said goodbye.
All right, you can click on that video to see how to get free support through this channel, this video to see how to get paid support directly from me and in private. This video is to see how this channel can help you turbocharge your troubleshooting experience. And this video is a video that YouTube thinks would be good for you to watch next. Have a great day, everybody. Catch you later. Goodbye.